Hello everyone! Welcome back to another video essay and analysis. Today we are looking into anime villains that won. Yes, that's right, everyone hates or loves a villain winning, so let's get into it. Anime often conditions us to expect clear-cut victories. The hero stands triumphant, the villain lies defeated, and justice prevails. But some of the most brilliant narratives subvert this expectation by crafting villains who achieve victory through their apparent defeat. These antagonists don't need to survive to win. Their ideologies, manipulations, or sheer psychological impact ensure their legacy outlasts them. Today's video will examine how certain villains triumph from beyond the grave, corrupting their conquerors and reshaping their worlds in ways no heroic victory can undo. Lelouch 6 Britannia, Code Geass. The Martyrdom Gambit. Lelouch's entire endgame in Code Geass revolves around making himself the ultimate villain. By staging a global tyranny and then allowing himself to be assassinated by his best friend. He unites the world against a common enemy, himself. His death isn't a defeat. It's the final move in a chess match only he understood. The brilliance of this strategy lies in its permanence. Lelouch doesn't just die a villain. He cements himself as one, ensuring no future rebellions can fracture the peace he created. His corpse becomes a monument to unity, and his name becomes a curse that holds civilization together. This isn't just a villain winning posthumously. It's a villain rewriting the definition of victory itself. Eren Yeager, Attack on Titan, the architect of his own damnation. Eren's defeat in Attack on Titan is similarly deceptive. Though he dies at Mikasa's hands, his actions have already irreversibly transformed the world. By committing global genocide, he forces the surviving nations into a fragile ceasefire, with his friends positioned as heroic peacemakers. But the terrifying truth is that Eren wanted this outcome. He saw the future where his death would buy temporary peace, and he engineered every step to ensure it happened. His enemies win by stopping him, but they're still playing the game he designed. The world isn't saved, it's just trapped in the new reality Eren built before his demise. Light Yagami Death Note, the infection of power. Light's physical defeat in Death Note seems like a clear victory for justice, but the damage he inflicted on the world's moral fabric lingers. His god complex doesn't die with him, it spreads to his successors. Nier and Mello, the prodigies who take up L's mantle, adopt increasingly ruthless methods to outmaneuver Kira, blurring the line between hero and villain. Even the public's reaction is telling. Some mourn Kira as a martyr, proving that the idea of a death-wielding vigilante still holds appeal. Light loses the battle, but his warped philosophy of sacrificing the wicked for a better world has already taken root. Makima, Chainsaw Man, the unkillable influence. Makima's death in Chainsaw Man doesn't free Denji, it shackles him in a subtler way. Her abuse and manipulation warp his understanding of love and purpose, leaving him chasing hollow substitutes for connection long after she's gone. Even her final gift, the ability to live a normal life, is a poison chalice because it's what she decided he deserved. Denji wins the fight, but Makima wins the psychological war. Her fingerprints remain all over his psyche, proving that some villains don't need to survive to keep their hooks in their victims. Seal, Neon Genesis Evangelion, the ruin they wanted all along. Seal's plan in Evangelion fails, instrumentality is reversed, and their leaders perish. But their true victory lies in the aftermath. The world is left in ruins, with humanity reduced to a traumatized remnant. Shinji and the others may reject godhood, but they're still stuck in a broken world where the old systems are gone forever. Seal didn't just want to control humanity, they wanted to break it, to force evolution through suffering. In that sense, their defeat doesn't matter. The apocalypse they engineered achieved their goal anyway. Griffith Berserk, the King of the Ashes. Griffith's rebirth as Femto in Berserk isn't just a personal triumph, it's the annihilation of the old world. The eclipse doesn't just sacrifice the Band of the Hawk, it reshapes reality itself, creating a new era where Griffith's kingdom can rise. Even when Guts opposes him, the damage is done, magic floods the world, demons roam freely, and Griffith's utopian city stands as a monument to his victory. Guts may still fight, but Griffith has already won the war, the world belongs to him now, and no amount of heroic struggle can change that. Makishima Shogo, Psycho-Pass, the system's unwilling prophet. Makishima's death in Psycho-Pass seems like a victory for the Sibyl system, but in reality it exposes the hollowness of that victory. His entire crusade was to prove that the system was flawed, that humanity couldn't be judged by an algorithm. And in the end, Sibyl admits he was right, yet continues to rule anyway. Makishima loses his life, but his ideology, the belief in free will over oppressive control, lives on in Akane's growing disillusionment. The system wins, but it's a Pyrrhic victory because the audience knows Makishima's critique was always correct. Johann Liebert, Monster, the idea that won't die. Johann's fate in Monster is ambiguous, but his true victory lies in the scars he leaves behind. Tenma may save lives, but he can't undo Johann's influence, the countless people he manipulated, the nihilism he spread, the way he made even the audience question the value of human life. Johann doesn't need to survive to win. His greatest weapon was always the doubt he planted in others. By the story's end, Tenma is left wondering if saving Johann as a child was a mistake, and that lingering uncertainty is Johann's final, chilling triumph. These stories resonate because they reflect a terrifying truth. In real life, evil often outlasts its perpetrators. Ideologies don't die with their creators. Systems built on oppression rarely collapse just because one tyrant falls. The most enduring villains in fiction understand this. They play the long game, ensuring that even in death, their legacy endures. True evil isn't measured in body counts, it's measured in how thoroughly it corrupts the future. And by that metric, some of anime's greatest villains didn't just win, they changed the rules of the game. So the next time you watch an anime where the villain loses, ask yourself, did they really lose? Or did they just let the hero think they won? Well, fellas, if you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and comment down your opinions. Thank you for watching.